God.
We now join our regularly scheduled program, already in progress.
I think I'd like to spend the night, if that's okay, and then I'll just come by the palace tomorrow and get my clothes on the way to work.
Yeah, well, sure. You having a good time?
Yeah, we, let's see, I went out to the cellar with Paul and Andy and Leanne, and of course, Tom doesn't need to know about that, considering we all know how he feels about me and Leanne hanging out.
Well, he won't hear anything from me. Listen, you get some sleep, and I'll talk to you in the morning.
Hey, I just wanted to say goodnight. Pam's upstairs packing for Seattle, sort of a vote of confidence that Lily really is coming home soon.
Yay! She's right. Pam is right, because Lily is coming home. The guy who's rescuing her never has to worry about a penny the rest of his life, and I'll see to that. You called the farm?
Yeah, they're
Good.
thrilled. They're praying it's true.
I know it is. I just know it. And Caleb, when Lily comes back, you and I have got a chance to put things right with her.
You will. I won't. But as long as she's safe, I'll settle for that.
Todavía queda bastante.
No creo que estén muy lejos.
Ve y busca en esa dirección.
No. Deben de estar escondidos en esta área.
Brought to you today by Bounty, the quicker picker-upper.
You remember how happy I was to find Margot in Greece and bring her home to us with Adam.
Yeah. Does this have something to do with your taking Adam back to Greece a while ago?
Well, it's related.
Well, I thought something was wrong. I'm just really glad we're finally talking about it.
I am sorry that we haven't talked about this before, but your father loves you and just didn't want you to be burdened, that's all.
Well, I just imagined all kinds of things, but nothing involving my baby brother. Will you please just tell me?
Yeah, I didn't know that Margot was expecting a baby until I actually found her in Greece. However, things were not quite as simple as we led you to believe when we came back together.
Leanne,
Yeah.
when your father found me in Greece, I had to tell him the hardest thing I've ever had to tell anyone in my life. I had to tell him that the baby that I was delivering was Hal's, not his.
Then Adam isn't my brother at all, is he?
All right, we'll call you if we hear anything more.
Thanks.
Oh, kid, when you called the farm, was there any further news about Holden?
Yeah, Mama seems to think that he rushed into marriage when he found out that Lily and I were involved.
Good grief. Caleb, you know the Langs. You know Angel Lang. What kind of a girl is she really?
Well, she seems real sweet and innocent, and I guess she is, but if her father wants her to have anything, he should make sure she gets it.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Like Holden, even if she didn't want it?
Like Holden, yeah.
Oh, for heaven's sake, what kind of a father would engineer his daughter into an unhappy marriage?
Well, some people seem to think they can control the world and don't seem to learn until it's too late.
How sad that is. All right, don't let us keep you, Caleb.
Oh, right. Good night.
Yeah. Give my love to Emma and to Iva.
I will.
There's a message there. Did you get it?
A message?
Yeah. About manipulation and fooling around. You know, it's hard to let our kids make their own choices, but I really think we ought to, you know? All we can do is give advice and hope they follow it. For Lily's sake, when she gets back, let's not try to meddle in her love life, okay? All right, good.
No, I know she's coming back, you know. I know it. I'm not going to lose both my daughters to that wretched country. I think Craig already gave up on Sierra.
Craig loves Sierra as much as you do.
Oh, no, does it?
So now look, if he feels that it's time for him to move on in his life, and Ellie Snyder can help him through that,
No.
Well, I guess it's too late to take a dip to cool off, so should we be turning in?
Only if you promise that we could take a nice swim in the lake tomorrow morning before we go back to town.
Deal.
Oh, I thought I heard voices. Hi, Grandma.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Stewart. Did we get you up?
Oh, no, you didn't disturb me. Although David's sound asleep, so's Danny.
Well, if Granddaddy's asleep and Danny's asleep, what are you still doing up, young lady?
Oh, I just had to get things organized since we're leaving first thing tomorrow morning.
It's going to be hard to put Granddad on the plane, huh? Back to Africa.
It always is. But it'd be a lot better this time knowing it's the last time.
I'm so happy for you, too, but I don't want you to move to Atlanta.
Well, it's a lot better than Zaire, let me tell you. And it won't be a complete move. You know, I'll probably just visit him on weekends at first, and we'll see how it goes.
Mrs. Stewart, I have been so honored to be here. I just want to thank you for including me in your family time.
Oh, well, I'm so glad you enjoyed yourself. I hope you know that you're welcome to come back at any time.
Well, I'll keep that in mind.
Well, I'll turn in now. What time would you like breakfast, sweetheart?
Oh, don't worry about that. I'll make it for us since we have to get up extra early to get back to town in case Craig is back.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Mrs. Stewart, would you mind if I made one more phone call to my father? He's been a little concerned about me with the divorce and all.
Oh, of course. Go right ahead. I'm sure he'll sleep better having heard from you.
Yes, thank you. Good night.
You really know all the right buttons to push with my grandmother.
Wasn't pushing any buttons. I really mean it.
Well, you say the right things all the same. I'll let you make your phone call. I'll see you in the morning. Good night.
Yeah. Papa, did Carlisle get hold of you? Good. Okay, listen, I'm sorry to involve you in this thing, but I can't get out of here tonight. You're going to have to handle it now. All right, I want you to take plenty of backup and be very careful. Yeah, well, I'm going to worry until this one's over for good. And Papa, I love you.
You better pray Craig finds his little wife in Cuba, and pray hard.
How dare you threaten Craig?
I've heard that you always think the worst of me. I wasn't threatening anyone. I just meant you should pray he finds his wife so you won't have to settle for being second best. You're too special and desirable to ever be second best to anyone.
Hey, Ellie. What you doing?
Hey, Kay, I'm waiting on you. Knew you were on your way home.
What, Craig's gone? Oh, long day, huh? Long day and long night. But at least there's still hope. That guy knows what he's talking about. You know, if Lily's okay, Lucinda won't have to pay that ransom. You should have seen her getting together that $1 million. It was like $50 to her.
I know, it's the same with Cal and Jared.
Yeah.
You know, Caleb, the one thing I've learned since I've been home and away from Brock, money is not as important as I thought.
Mama's been telling us that since we were kids.
I know, but it takes personal experience to realize it. Do you remember that rose-covered cottage we used to make fun of?
Yeah.
Sounds really nice about right now.
Yeah. Does Craig have to be in it to make you happy?
That'd be nice, but I doubt that'll happen.
What, he didn't find Sierra?
I know, Caleb, but Sarah's still the part of his life, the mother of his son. I can't compete with that.
What, you giving up?
No. No, I'm not not giving up. I'm just realizing that I can't spend my life wanting things that I can't have.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
You know, Caleb, life is so funny. I mean, do you remember when we were kids? We used to sit and dream and scheme of ways to have it all, and now we're wanting things that money can't buy.
Hey, bro, I got a pillow for you.
Hey, great, thanks. Hey, who the hell's that? I'm half naked.
I didn't know you were so modest after our conversation about Julie.
Hey,
Bob,
special delivery from your mother.
Thanks a lot. Come on in.
Good. How you doing today, Duke?
Okay, Doc.
Getting to know your way around town pretty well these days?
Yeah, you know, I even went out to an authentic old castle after my split shift today. It's pretty wild.
The McKechnie Castle has quite a history to it.
Yeah, oh, hey, I'm sorry about that. Getting to be a bum living over at the mansion over there. Eunice, she's spoiling me rotten.
Who?
Eunice, you know, the upstairs maid. Of course, that's what she's called, but sometimes she's the downstairs maid. She just sort of walks around picking up after me.
Well, you got a better deal over there than you'll ever get over here.
Yeah, maybe I'll bring her over next time.
That's the idea.
I guess everybody's happy over at your place. I mean, about the good news about Lily.
Yeah, I hope so. I mean, I just can't imagine someone as spoiled and pampered as the princess being down there in that scary place.
I tell you, Lily's got a lot more spunk than people realize. Have you given any more thought to going to Oakdale University in the fall?
Well, not till tonight, but then Leanne mentioned that she and I might be in the same class, so I figured, yeah.
What's the matter?
Well, it's just, Tom told me to steer clear of her, and I would have, but she and I just ended up running in the same crowd tonight.
Oh, I'm sure that Tom would understand under the circumstances.
Yeah, well, I doubt it. Look, I'm gonna go take my shower if the bathroom's free.
Towel.
Thanks. Night, Doc.
Good night, dude. Tom called me a few minutes ago. He and Margot told Leanne about Adam.
And I should take it.
Not too well, Tom thinks. She was quiet after they had their talk, and she went straight to her room. Andy, he wanted you to know because he thinks she may want to talk it out with you.
I now have a house and a castle to look after. When did all this happen, huh?
I don't know, but it didn't take long for a lot of us to start counting on you.
You know, it's so strange. I came to Oakdale to look for some answers about Glenn, but I found so much more. Huh? Shannon, I'm sorry. I thought you were pretty much past that.
Oh, I am. Well, I thought I was, but...
But what?
Well, Glenn's been on my mind a lot tonight. Especially after our talk on Lila's porch.
Shannon, I just wanted to be honest about my feelings. Maybe I spoke up too soon.
No, I'm glad that you did. I had so much trouble with people being dishonest with me. Always be honest with me, Mark, okay?
I will.
Oh, I'm so sorry. You'll be very happy to know. Suddenly, I remember there's some business I must take care of.
Lisa, please don't do that. I'm not staying. Shannon has an early appointment at Memorial, and I have to take Lila to the airport.
Well, all right, whatever. Just remember that next time, why don't you put a do not disturb sign on the door, dear?
I'll remember that. Good night.
Good night.
Shannon, I'll speak to you soon.
Shannon, I'm so happy you've decided to go to Memorial. I know you've had so much trouble sleeping.
Lisa, I can't stop thinking about... Just a few months ago, I was here in Glenn's arms. It all seems like so long ago, I mean, with everything that's happened, but it's like I feel those few hours I was with him are going to affect me the rest of my life.
Daddy made coffee. Good, Daddy.
Mommy wants some coffee.
Mommy wants some coffee. Did you sleep as badly as I did last night?
Did you happen to notice if Leanne was up yet?
Yep. She's in the bathroom. I don't think she slept very well either.
Well, I sure wish you'd have talked a little bit more about what we mentioned last night.
You know, I think she was hit hardest by the fact that Adam's no longer a relation.
Yeah, I know the feeling. Hey, hi, sweetie. See, you're up at the Birds as well, huh?
Yeah, they were giving me a concert this morning outside my window.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Hey, Adam, did you hear the little birdies this morning? Huh?
I have an idea. Why don't you hold them while I fix breakfast?
I was thinking of going over to Andy's this morning, if it's all right. I called him, and he said it was okay.
Would you like to talk a little bit about what we discussed last night?
Yeah, especially since you've had time to think about it a little bit.
I just think it's kind of strange to be talking in front of Adam.
I get the feeling you'd rather talk to Andy?
I just don't know what else there is to say.
Well, I believe it'd get a little easier if we all just discussed it.
Why don't we all come home for lunch?
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, if that's what you'd like. I just don't think it will change anything, will it? I'm going to go get some juice before I go over to Andy's, okay?
Well, of course, it's a lot of money in cash, Ambrose, but I've spoken to Ed Brewster, and I've explained that it's an emergency. Ambrose, we don't know if all these telephone calls aren't part of some ghastly scheme.
Dear.
Just a minute.
Dear. Look, if Ambrose is half the lawyer that I think he is, he will tell you what I told you last night. We should call Margot and get the police involved before we go giving $1 million to some screwball someplace.
John, we had this out last night. I was told that if I informed the police, Lily would be killed.
They all say that, don't they?
Ambrose, darling, I don't know that I'm going to use this money for ransom, but I just want it. I want the cash in hand, all right? And I'll be staying home this morning. Call me if there's any problem. Thank you. Please, dear, she's my daughter. Let me handle this in my way. I want to be prepared, all right? And if I don't have to use it for ransom money, I will give it to some worthy cause, all right? Or maybe I'll even give it to the guy that's risking his life for Lily's.
It's all right, Lassie. Come ahead. Well, you're quite a trooper.
Oh.
We made it.
Oh. I just keep thinking about Sawyer. He's the man that... He flew me from Florida to Montego. And he dropped me off at a shack like this. And then this guy, Domingo, came along, and he was supposed to take me to Tostados, but he had other things on his mind. And Sawyer sensed that. And he came back. And he went with us to Tostados to take care of me. I don't think he'd ever done that for anyone before.
It's all right. What happened to him?
They shot him. So many people have died because of me. I'm talking about good people here. Sawyer. Why?
Oh. He brought up the divorce. He asked if Marjorie and I couldn't find a way to keep it together somehow for the children's sake.
Could you?
No. It's the best thing for Marjorie and me. He just doesn't like it because I'm the first one in the family to ever be divorced.
You know, it's not any easier if you're not the first one in the family. But sometimes it's the only answer.
Well, I'm just glad your grandparents didn't throw me out the door when they found out I was still in the process.
Well, they're very understanding.
Good.
Good morning. Good
morning.
Good swim? Yeah.
Great swim.
Actually, Danny wanted me to take her down to join you, but I persuaded her to help her great-granddad pack the car instead.
What a diplomat.
Breakfast is almost ready. But I knew you'd want to know. I got a call from Nancy, and she said that Craig is back, safe and sound.
Oh, that's wonderful. I'm so happy. Thank God.
You want some coffee?
You bet. How'd you know?
Oh, I saw you didn't make any.
Listen, I don't guess Lucinda's called.
No, Mom and I have been glued to the phone.
Thanks.
Did you sleep last night?
No, not much. I was thinking about that conversation we had last night.
Oh, yeah, I know. Me too.
Listen, I was wondering, if you're going to work hard to get over your feelings for Craig, then, you know, isn't that going to make you more vulnerable to Brock?
I'm hoping that he's going to be so preoccupied with Emily that he won't even think of me.
That's not going to happen, Ellie. And you know he's not going to give up on you until...
I know, until he wins me over. You know, Caleb, I am nothing but one big ego trip to that man.
No, Ellie, I think it's more than that. That man has strong feelings for you, but it's more of an obsession instead of love.
I know.
It's a lot like Holden and Lily. You know, I used to think that I could make her get over her feelings for Holden, but now I don't think anybody can. Hey, you remember the times we used to sit in the barn and talk about what we thought real love was like?
Yes, I do.
And now that we know, what's it gotten us?
I don't want to alarm the kid, but she's burning up with a fever. That cut's badly infected.
I thought so, too. So we have to get her to the plane. You drop me off in Miami on your way to Illinois. Her stepfather is the chief of staff at an excellent hospital in Oakdale.
Well, it's a waste of time to fly into Miami. We could save a few hours if we head straight to Illinois. I got the fuel.
I've no intention of going back to Illinois.
Look, you saw the cut. Time is very important to her. If we don't get that infection treated ASAP, that poor kid could be scarred for life.
Shannon? Oh, honey, I hope the phone didn't wake you up. I know you need your sleep.
No, I was awake before it rang.
Make coffee?
No, sorry, warm milk. Oh. I have that physical today. No.
I'm awfully glad you do. I am so worried about you.
Oh. What's that called so early?
It's Tom. Well, he had a talk with Leanne about something, and, he and Margot are a little concerned about just how well she took it.
What about something Leanne did?
Oh, no, nothing like that. It was more, well, this is kind of a communication problem.
I can't imagine that family having any communication problems. I see Tom, Margot, Leanne, and Adam as the perfect American family. To tell you the truth, I sometimes envy their happiness.
Oh, well, I'll bet this is your jogging partner. How do you say? Let me get it open. There it is. Here he is.
Good morning. Taking Lila to the airport.
Well, I already did that. She and Katie left at the crack of dawn.
Oh, I think that's wonderful. They're going to see Casey. I'm so happy for them. Well, if you'll excuse me, I can't wait another second for my coffee.
Right. Listen, Shannon, I know you were a little run down last night, so I thought a morning jog with me might help.
Oh, thanks, but I thought that I'd skip it because of my checkup today.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll miss you. Oh, one other thing. Lila said to promise to give you a goodbye hug, and, well, you know, I'm not the kind that wants to back down on a promise or anything, you know?
I wouldn't want you to.
Good to see you. So tell me, when do you think you're going to be through with your checkup, huh?
Well, I'm scheduled in different departments, so, I don't know, maybe 12:30 or 1.
Well, I have a great idea. What do you say I pick you up for lunch, then?
Okay, sure.
Good. So I'll see you there?
All right, thanks.
Hey, Soph okay?
Yeah, great. Except I woke up thinking about Julie.
You got a one-track mind, man. No.
Hey, you know any healthy American male who doesn't?
Good morning.
Morning.
Hey,
Sorry I forgot my uniform.
She's forgotten I don't live at home anymore.
No, I think it's all in honor of Duke's visit.
Oh.
Hey, now that's the kind of service I've gotten used to.
Well, gentlemen, is there anything else I can get you? Or maybe Lucinda sent, what's her name? Eunice over with your breakfast?
No.
Be cool.
That's Leanne. She called me and she said she wanted to come over and talk this morning.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good. Hi.
Oh,
hi. Hey, great. I didn't know you were coming over. I got decent just in time.
Just in time.
Well, listen, I gotta head out. I'll see you guys. Why don't you walk me out for a minute?
Oh, okay.
Bye, Bob.
Bye. I I understand that you, Tom, and Margot had a little talk.
Yeah. Everyone knew but me.
Well, not everybody. You know, Kim and I just found out, a couple of weeks ago. But I have an idea how you feel.
That's right. Adam's not your real grandson.
But fortunately, I still have a beautiful granddaughter. And I think it's good that you're going to talk to Andy about this. But don't forget, I'm available, too.
Thank you, Grandfather.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Hi.
Hey. Well, listen, I'd love to stay and chit-chat, but I gotta get dressed and go into work. No, thanks a lot, bro.
Hey, yeah, anytime.
Take
it easy.
Yeah, bye, Duke.
Duke the glass. They told you, huh?
Yeah. Now at least I know what all the tension was about.
And now you know that it had nothing to do with you.
My father and Margot say that they loved each other so much, so they pretended that Adam was my father's son. And they say they love me and they love Adam. And when I look at him, I still see the sweet little baby that I loved as my brother. And we're still a family, so why do I feel like everything's changed?
I know what you're saying. You know, you start thinking you can count on certain things being a certain way, and then something happens. You know, it's like with me, you know, having Duke here overnight, you know, not knowing that I had a brother until a few weeks ago. It froze you. It makes you wonder what's next.
I know.
But yeah, you know, I guess with things changing, you know, like they do, you have to hang on to the things that don't change.
I'm awfully glad that you decided to tell Leanne the whole story. I'm sorry that she took it badly.
Well, I'm sorry, too, because we told her against Tom's better judgment.
I don't think Tom has any better judgment.
John, I really don't want to hear any put-downs of my husband this morning. I actually called to find out if there was any new news about Lily.
Well, nothing new this morning, just a call we got last night that she is hopefully being taken safely out of Montega.
Oh, God, I hope she is. I mean, not just for her sake, but Craig is thinking about going down to Montega to rescue her.
I'll keep you posted. Ciao, Margot.
How are things on that front?
Oh. Well, but Margot, she doesn't want to believe it, but I've always felt that Hal could change his mind. He could make a claim for that job.
Morning, folks.
Morning.
Just
Morning.
thought you'd like to know, I'm back.
Hello. When did that come in? Okay, I'm on my way. I'll give you instructions when I get in.
What is it?
Plane radioed Florida. It's flying into Oakdale with Lily aboard.
What? Darling, well, why did they call the hospital? Why didn't they call us right
Listen
here?
to me.
Why?
All right, listen to me. They want an ambulance to meet the airplane. Apparently, Lily needs immediate medical attention.
Tom, I guess you still don't know how the talk with Leanne went with Andy, do you?
No, I don't know, Mom. I get the sense Leanne feels like she doesn't even know us anymore.
Well, she'll just have to learn to know you all over again. Didn't take her long the first time, you know.
My mom, the eternal optimist. I don't know where it's all going to end, Mom.
Tom, you just have to wait. When the smoke clears and things get back to normal, then I predict this time next year, Hal will be so interested and consumed with his new baby that he won't even have time to think about Adam. Because you know Barbara is determined more than ever to have a child. What worries her so is the fact that she did not tell Hal she knew a long time ago.
Well, she's still pretty mad at Margot and me for not letting her be the one to tell him.
Don't worry about Barbara. She will get over it. The important thing is you and Margot still have Adam to raise, and that's wonderful. And by the time Adam is 18, I'm sure that Hal will not even see any reason whatsoever to tell him.
I hope you're right, Mom. Listen, I gotta get going. Leanne and Margot are coming over to the house for lunch. We have to try to iron a few things out. Listen, I'm gonna pick up Adam on the way. You wanna come along?
I'd love to, but I think I shouldn't. I think you and Margot should spend some time alone with Leanne first. And I need to get over to the hospital. I want to see how Shannon got along with her test.
What are you talking about? What's wrong?
Well, I just think really it's more an aftermath of all the things she went through with Glenn. But Tom, it seems that he's on her mind more and more rather than less and less, as I had hoped.
Oh, Shannon, I'm sorry I kept you waiting. I had an emergency.
Thank you anyway. It's good that you can fit me in at all.
Does this make you late for your next appointment?
No, as a matter of fact, Dr. Samuels was running late, too.
Oh, good. Well, let's go. I'll listen to your heart, and we'll start an EKG.
I don't understand why you won't let me go.
Because there are certain...
No,
I'm just... Lily.
Yes. Yes, I'm sorry. We've had news, and she's being brought into this hospital in God knows what physical condition, and John wouldn't let me ride with the ambulance.
We're all going to see her when she gets here.
Lucinda, I'm really sorry about Lily, but thank God she's already out of Montega and she's on her way home.
It's very difficult not knowing what's happening.
Let me know if there's anything I can do.
I'll tell Lisa about it.
Hey, guys, any more news on when Lily's plane gets
No,
in?
nothing since the first message.
Okay, I talked to Iva. She's going to come down here the second they bring her in, all right?
Now, you get something straight, young man. I don't want any mention made in front of Lily of your family's conjecture about the reasons that Holden got married. You got it?
You're not going to hear it from me. I'll tell you what I am going to do. I'm going to go tell who's responsible for this just how much chaos she's caused. I'll be right back.
Well, I think I'm used to holding down the fort by now. I just can't wait to see you. Okay, well, hold on. Ellie, it's Craig. Do you want to talk to him? He's leaving Lila's. He's going to go over to Memorial because he thinks they're taking Lily there.
No, that's okay. Just tell him that I'll meet him there.
All right. Craig, she said that she'd meet you there. Okay. Bye.
Well, what can I do for you?
Nothing. I just came by to see if Craig was here.
No, he spent the whole morning with Bryant. He sounds very tired.
I know. I was with him all last night. I wanted to ask you, did Brock go to Chicago?
Ellie, I didn't expect to see you here.
Yeah, well, I'll be here a lot now that Craig's back.
Well, good. Good. Oh, listen, I heard about Iva's daughter. I hope you get some good news soon.
Actually, we did get some good news, and we're hoping that she'll be fine.
Well, good.
Hi, Paul.
So, I suppose you're very glad that Craig's back without his wife?
No, I'm not. I don't know if you would understand that.
Oh, I think I might understand more than you think.
I'm very surprised to see that you're not in Chicago handling things.
I'm sorry, I don't know what you're talking about.
Right, it's not there either.
I heard some news on my car radio this morning, and it took me back to that night in September. I was very relieved to see that you weren't involved with this one.
Can you tell me what color the clown's hat is?
What color's his pants, huh?
Hiya.
Hi.
How was your morning?
I'm fine. I'm just a little nervous with finals so close.
Well, I'm sure you'll ace them all and graduate with honors.
Yeah, well, I hope so.
How's your talk with Andy?
Good. Good. He tried to explain some things to me that I still don't understand.
Like what? You can tell me. I should warn you, I'm pretty tough. I can take it.
You're a very honest man. And, Father, doesn't it bother you to lie to so many people? And you're going to have to go on lying to those who don't know.
Yes, it does bother me. But it's not as important as the strength of my feelings about having Adam here in the house.
In the work camps, we sometimes have to lie to save lives. Are you trying to say that there are other circumstances that justify lying?
Okay, I'm sorry I'm late, guys. I'll get started on lunch right away. Hi. Hey, Adam, you're here. What are you doing here?
I went over to Lila's to pick him up. I thought he might like to have a little bit of lunch with the family.
Ah, well, what a good idea. I saw the mail outside, Leanne.
I'll go get it.
A new wrinkle.
I spoke to Hal just for a few minutes this morning, but he said something that we're going to have to deal with.
What?
He wants to spend some time alone with Adam at his place.
Hal just drove up. You warned Ellie there's nothing else you can do, so why don't we just go out for a nice leisurely lunch as soon as...
I think that's a wonderful idea.
Hello, Caleb. I thought you'd be at Memorial waiting for Lily.
No, I'm heading back there now, Emily. I just wanted you to know how much trouble you caused with your so-called innocent remarks to Holden about Lily and me.
Caleb, what are you talking about?
Emily, what you said probably caused Holden to marry some woman he doesn't even love, and for Lily to run off to Montega and get hurt.
You can't be serious blaming me for that.
Come
That's
on,
my
Emily,
fault.
you knew you were
Because
starting a fire with this information.
That's
Caleb,
ridiculous.
Caleb, I think you should lower your voice. You're talking to a lady here.
Oh, really? Where?
Oh, that's funny, Caleb.
You obviously don't know much about Emily's past, do you, Brian?
If you'd like me to finish the job, Caleb, just keep talking.
Ambulance should be here momentarily.
How serious is this?
She seems to have an infected wound and she's running a high temperature.
A high temperature?
Try to
Does that
stay
mean she has
calm.
sepsis or something?
Well, we
Darling,
won't
I'm
know
perfectly
until
calm.
we
I
see
just
her.
want to understand. I want to see my daughter's
Calm
face,
down,
all right?
Well, here she is. Here she is.
All right, baby, I'm here. I'm here. Oh, I'm sorry. Don't be silly, baby. I'm just so glad that you're here and you're all right. I love you. How did you get out?
Take her into ER stat. Come on, questions later, okay?
I'm coming with you.
Well, certainly nothing wrong with your heart, Shannon. It's strong and healthy.
So that's not where the dizziness is coming from.
I'd say from the symptoms that you described to me, it's good that you're seeing Audrey Samuels.
Shannon!
Stay tuned for Guiding Light, next on most of these CBS stations. Fashions by Betsy Johnson. This is Dan Regin, inviting you to join us again Monday for As the World Turns.
This is